The June 10, 2026 issue of the Assam Tribune functions as a concentrated syllabus deconstruction. It contains 5 high-yield topics that map directly to the APSC and UPSC frameworks, providing a rare look at an integrated state development plan. The data in these pages suggests that Assam is currently executing a structural transition, moving from a geographic frontier into a calculated geoeconomic core. This GS syllabus matrix categorizes the news into specific papers. We map the India-Japan Summit to GS2 and AHOM enclosures to GS1. GS3 receives the rubber economy, Blue Valley biocluster, and a material science breakthrough. By following this matrix, you will secure precise prelims data points while building the macro arguments necessary for the mains. In General Studies Paper 2, Guwahati is the theater for a 3-day summit between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi. Bilateral talks will center on economic and infrastructure collaboration, continuing a trajectory of deep investment between the two nations. The decision to host a summit-level meeting in Guwahati rather than New Delhi is a significant diplomatic signal. It moves the conversation to the heart of the region being discussed. This signals that the Act East policy is moving from a conceptual framework into an operational reality executed on the ground. While this summit proceeds, the Prime Minister is meeting all Northeastern chief ministers in the national capital, establishing a synchronized center-state alignment. For your examination, define Guwahati as the active diplomatic fulcrum for India's Indo-Pacific economic strategy. Mapping to General Studies Paper 1, the historic AHOM capital of Sivasagar provides clear evidence of sophisticated historical statecraft. A primary example is Pohuka, established by Swargadeo Rudra Singha at the turn of the 18th century. This site is recognized as one of Asia's earliest natural wildlife enclosures. The Ahoms used landscape engineering to protect biodiversity without cages. By utilizing natural barriers, wetlands, and earthen embankments, the Ahoms allowed wildlife like rhinoceros and tigers to roam freely within a vast protected enclosure. Today, the site remains a critical biodiversity hotspot and a destination for migratory birds from Siberia, proving the long-term viability of Ahom environmental planning. Use the Pohugar case study in your essays to demonstrate that complex hydraulic engineering and conservation are indigenous to Assam's historical governance. Shifting to economic geography in papers 1 and 3. This chart shows natural rubber production. Assam has now secured its position as the 3rd largest producer in India. The state currently maintains 50,000 hectares under cultivation, contributing to a region-wide expansion of the rubber sector. This growth is driven by the In-Road project, aiming to develop 2 lakh hectares across the Northeast by 2026, with automotive industry funding. A key prelims fact: Assam is home to the world's first genetically modified rubber plant, tailored to the region's climate by the Rubber Research Institute. Natural rubber is functioning as a critical transition crop, diversifying the state's plantation economy beyond its historical reliance on tea. In General Studies Paper 3, we see the launch of the Inlamobi Blue Valley Cluster, targeting the fragrances, flavors, and Ayush sectors. The project connects Assam's raw biodiversity with the $19 billion European flavor market, moving the state into the global supply chain. The governance structure here is the PPPP model, a public-private people partnership. Smallholder farmers, tribal communities, and women-led cooperatives are directly integrated into the international value chain, ensuring local stakeholders receive the value of their indigenous knowledge. The financial scale is significant, with the initiative seeking to attract between 650 million and 1 billion euros in investment. This represents a shift from an extractive economy to a high-value bioeconomy that pairs international capital with local empowerment. We conclude the mapping with science and technology. Professor Parameswar Iyer's team at IIT Guwahati has published a breakthrough regarding perovskite semiconductor materials. This diagram of a perovskite cell shows the primary efficiency barrier, surface charge trapping, and environmental degradation at the interfaces. The solution is interfacial engineering. Researchers deposited a 10-nanometer layer of organic molecules between the charge transport and perovskite layers to smooth the flow of energy. This modification resulted in a solar conversion efficiency of 25.73%, a highly competitive figure in modern material science. The research team also demonstrated that this exact same material platform can be effectively integrated into advanced memristor devices. Memristors are essential for neuromorphic computing, which attempts to mimic the synapses and processing speed of the human brain. This breakthrough confirms that the state possesses the domestic research capacity required for the high-tech manufacturing sector. Administrators view these events as a cohesive strategy where history, diplomacy, and science align. We link technology to diplomacy. Envoys cite Jagiroad's semiconductor plants as the primary draw for foreign investment. Similarly, Pohugar's legacy provides historical context for the modern Blue Valley biocluster. Top marks go to candidates who demonstrate this cross-pollination of ideas across the syllabus. The June 10 newspaper provides the evidence for a clear conclusion. The state is successfully operationalizing a highly integrated growth strategy. Challenge yourself to read the daily news as the evolving blueprint of India's strategic future.